mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really into. Do you need to fix it? Talking bullshit. It's hard to see you when your eyes look dull. Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Blue too. Bad blue. Sort of witty and jaded, but let's not talk about you.
Hey, hi, hello, good morning. It is Wednesday and it is going to be the second day after break today. I am so excited for a new and good day. If you're new here, my name is Victoria and I am a 7th year 3rd grade teacher, and I'm a mom to this adorable little guy next to me who we're enjoying our breakfast together right now. So I just wanted to pick you up quickly before we got to school, but basically it's just gonna be a pretty normal day at school. We're supposed to have 2 specials. We're supposed to have Spanish and library, but I'm pretty sure the Spanish teacher's out sick, so we'll see if we end up getting Spanish. But anyways, I think for reading, we'll just do kind of a scholastic news and some work with that. Go time, we'll work on our one-word project. After go time, we're gonna work on classroom expectations. During math, we're gonna just do some kind of review work with multiplication. And then during writing, we're gonna kind of dive back into our informational pieces and work a little bit on like just getting a hold on where we are in our books. So anyways, we're gonna eat. And then I will pick you all back up once I get to school. He'll go to daycare. See y'all in a little bit.
Are you hound dog tired singing all night long? Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue.
Hey, hello, good morning. I am at school. School is about to start in like a minute or two, but I just wanted to say hi. I think it's gonna be a good day. I do not have Spanish, as I was guessing. So but he did send some plans, so I think I'll be able to kind of like just throw in what he was planning on doing, because they were all like videos of him too. So it should be okay. We'll figure it out. Yeah. And here's a little paper that my team made for our one-word activity today. So I'm excited for that. All right, I'll pick you all up at the end of the day. Hey everyone, it's after school now, and I had a really good day, but as always, I feel like I had no time to pick you up because at the end of the day today, I had to pump, and then after I finished pumping, I had to go straight into a leadership team meeting that went to like 4:45, and then I went home as soon as possible so I could see my baby and hang out with him before he went down for bed. So therefore, now I'm picking you up. It is 7:14 and I'm sitting on my basement couch before I strap in for just a quick little Peloton ride. we'll see how hard I work, but no matter what, I'm going to move, and that's what matters. So, my day. We had a good one, like I think I said already. If I didn't, it was good. And I feel like we got a decent amount accomplished. So I had to do Spanish with the kids, but like all I did was play a video. And then one of the lessons didn't work well. So what I did was I read our read aloud. And here is a hot tip for you. I don't know if I've said this before, but this is one of my absolute favorite things that I do in my classroom. So when you are doing a read aloud with your kids, read like the whole chapter. And before you read the chapter, tell them that you're going to read the chapter and that you want them to think of the title for the chapter and like based off of what happened. And you can give them an example with like, maybe the first 2 chapters and then have them go for it. And it's a great way to check in on their understanding of like what happened in the chapter. A lot of kids will they're all super happy to do it, and they'll raise their hands and kind of give some great suggestions, and sometimes they're spot on, sometimes they have even better titles, but it's a really great check-in, and it's a really great like form of engagement for the kids to make them really want to think it through and participate. So yeah, that was something that I started a few years ago. One of my coworkers recommended it to me because most books have a title for the chapters, but then we were reading Because of Winn-Dixie, and Because of Winn-Dixie doesn't have a title, like chapter titles. So she does it with that book, and I started to think, and like when I started doing it with that book, I loved it. So then I started to think, well, what if I did it with like every book, and then they just told me what they thought the chapter title would be, and then we could like see what it actually was. And I'm so serious. This has been one of my favorite things that I do with my kids. They love it. So we've been reading Fish in a Tree, and they have been loving it, and it's such a good book. And yeah, definitely recommend that. So anyways, long story short, we did that after we did our little Spanish lesson, and then we went into a review on main idea and supporting details with a Scholastic News article, and then they wrote a summary using the main idea and supporting details. Then we moved on to they did specials. Then we had Go Time. During Go Time, we went on to like the one word project, and they finished decorating their one word post. Like they just do it on an index card, like the blank side of an index card. Super not fancy, but so good. And then after they finished that, they then wrote their word again on paper, and then they talked about why they chose that word and how they're going to demonstrate that word. And that was really, really great. And I already heard kids like throughout the day say something like, I chose the word hopeful, so I'm going to really like do my best to be more hopeful with this. Or I had a girl say something like, I can't do that. And then one of her classmates was like, that's not being very hopeful, is it? So cute. Okay. And then after Go Time, during our science and social studies time, we talked about classroom expectations more, and we started like a classroom classroom promise check. Basically like that like rules refresh that you see on Instagram, where you basically put the rules and expectations that you want to review, and then like places where you check it off every time you review it. So I did that, except I did it with our classroom promises, because I feel like a lot of our rules kind of fall under our classroom promises, and I think our classroom promises hold a lot of accountability to them because they came up with these rules or these promises and so on. So we started that, and I think it's been going well so far. They're excited about it. And then for math, we reviewed multiplication word problems, and they did really well with that. And we also did more. I don't think I've told you about this actually. I told Instagram. But so, by the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, please give me a follow. I'm Life with Mrs. Leet there too. I'm doing my best this year. My goal is to like post there way more because I haven't been super active on there, but I'm hoping to be more active. But anyways, we also did SD mysteries, like estimation skills, and oh my goodness, they love it. I am not kidding you. It is like the best thing that they could possibly do. Like, it's just so good, and it builds so much number sense and so much engagement, and they really, really enjoy it. It's by I think his name's Steve Wyburny, but I'll try and post a link below to the website that I found them. It's so good. You have to try it. You will love it. And your kids will too. Okay, and then after that, in writing, we did just some work on text features and what text features are. That way we can embed them into our writing more. There you go. That was our day. And really, I feel like they're getting back into the swing of things quite well. I do have a few kids that need a few extra reminders, but I honestly not many more reminders than they did before break. So I think we're doing really good. I'm happy, optimistic. Now, the interesting thing is tomorrow, I'm not sure if we're going to have school. I'm hearing some ice on the roads, and usually when there's ice in the forecast, it's iffy. We will see. I'll keep you posted. I am planning on making this days in my life though, so I'll see you tomorrow, whether that's a snow day or not. Bye everyone. Hey everyone, and welcome to my new car. I am so excited I have this car. It's like the nicest thing that I've ever had. But anyways, it is Thursday and we had a 2-hour delay. It's kind of funny because there's absolutely no snow on the ground, but I think that we were supposed to get a decent amount of ice this morning, so they must have wanted to like sand the roads and whatnot. So anyways, it is currently 8:48 and we are gonna head off. I'm gonna drop off my baby at daycare, probably get a little Dunkin', and then we'll go to school, and I'll have a little bit more time in the morning to get stuff ready to go, which is always a plus. We love that. So that's the deal. The only bummer about a 2-hour delay is that we have specials from 10:10 to 10:55, and the kids get there at 10, and like they don't all get there at once. So we won't get our full special block, but we'll still get some of it. So really should not complain because I got 2 extra hours this morning and I got to sleep in a little bit, which was phenomenal because my baby has also been going through a little sleep regression, and that has not been fun for me. So like I was having to wake up probably 3 times a week. So not a week. See, I'm tired. 3 times a night. So he only woke up once last night at 4, and that is just so much better. And then didn't wake up till 6:40, and I took that and slept until he did. So anyways, good stuff. Good Thursday. I have a feeling it might be a little off because, the day was a little off, but I think it'll still be good. I will pick you all back up when we get to school.
You feel like summer days to me, warm, tender, sunny rays. I hope that we are meant to be. You say nothing at all when we meet, yet somehow I know your history. Oh, come what may, I'm ready. Picture frames, lavender paint, they all live here within this romance. I get the chance to stop the run and be the lucky one. got their own sound. I never cared much about fitting in, what's right or a sin. But as you stand before me, I give in. Picture frames, lavender and pain, they all live here.
Hello, so it is almost time for the students to come in. I'm looking forward to a good day. Basically, the only thing that we're missing with a 2-hour delay is reading. But we should be kind of just reviewing expectations again in the class. We'll be doing some work with adjectives. We'll be doing some preparing for our next math unit and doing a pre-assessment to see what they know about 2D shapes. And then we'll also be like kind of checking in on their progress in their informational writing unit, and we'll kind of get a base on where we need to go next. So that's like a quick overview of our day. I'll give you an update at the end of the day on like what we actually got to. But this morning, really all I did was work on slides for today and then work on slides for tomorrow, because tomorrow's my day to make slides. So there you go. I will see you all at the end of the day.
To stop the run and be the lucky one. Picture frames, lavender and pain, they all live here. Within this romance, I get the chance to stop the run and be the lucky one. Just tell me I belong. That I'm the lucky one. I'm your chosen one. Picture frames, lavender and pain.
Hey, hi. Hi. Good job. Hey everyone, so we are home. It is so funny when you like know that your baby had some sort of a mess when they come home. I know you want more. We'll have a snack in a second. When they come home with like a mismatched outfit, because that's what you packed for extras. Anyways, we had a good day. He is pretty hungry, so we are gonna work on some food. So he keeps signing more. So I'm gonna go get him a snack, and I'm gonna start making some lasagna soup for dinner. But I'll pick you all back up again after this little guy goes down for bed. But until then, we're gonna eat, we're gonna snack, and we're gonna play. So see you all in a little bit. Hey everyone, excuse the like sweaty self, but I just got off the Peloton. I do think I'm doing pretty good of trying to do it like at the end of the day if I just give myself the like expectation that like it's okay if I just like scroll my phone and like don't give my all to the person. And then I normally actually do really, like, I work pretty hard. So anyways, just sharing. So my day, it was good. You know, we had a really good day. It was, like I said, a delay, so it was a little shorter, which was nice. And it was definitely like the morning was super easy. And then when they came back from their special, we went into reading our read aloud for a little bit, and they have been so loving Fish in a Tree. So I definitely, it's a little like, it's on the edge of being a little too high for third grade, but if you're a fourth grade teacher or a fifth grade teacher, it's really great. I think it's okay for third grade, but you definitely need to stop and have conversations about things. Like today, in one of the chapters we were reading, the main character, Allie, was talking about how she felt like they were just giving her a pity party type thing, and they didn't really know what that meant. So we kind of dove into what that means. But as long as you're stopping and having those guided conversations, I think it's great. And I think it really resonates with kids who learning doesn't come easy to them. I think it sits well with them, and I think they really feel that understanding of what Allie feels, because Allie, basis of the story is that Allie is a girl with undiagnosed dyslexia, and she she has always been getting in trouble. She's always tried to hide the fact that she can't really read, and then her long-term substitute teacher comes in and kind of realizes this and helps her. And yeah, it's a really sweet story. But anyways, we read that story, and as we read the book, they worked on finishing and decorating their one-word project note cards, and they have come out so nice. Like, they've really taken the time to make them look nice. And then our next step with these is we are going to make keychains of our words with we're super lucky to have 3D printers at our school. Comment down below if you have 3D printers, and if you do, what you do with them. Like, what are some projects that you do? Because I'm super curious how other people utilize them. But we have 3D printers at our school, and one of my amazing teammates thought of the idea of using our one-word project to then make a keychain on Tinkercad. So we are going to do that starting tomorrow, making some keychains and printing them on the 3D printers. So fun. And anyways, after we kind of read aloud and worked on finishing up our note cards for a little bit, we talked about our expectations again in our classroom promises, and we continued to review through that chart that we made. And they're really liking that. Like, they're motivated to really explain it. And I think that it's really hitting home, like, why we have these promises and what they mean more and more. So I'm loving that. And then we talked a little bit about the power of yet, and we listened to a really fun, like, song that went with it. And then we had lunch, recess, quiet time. After quiet time, we went into math, and we kind of did like a quick number talk where it was about doubles, plus, and we just kind of talked about the doubles facts and how we can use those to help us solve quickly. Like, if I know 5 plus 5 is 10, then I know 5 plus 6 is 11, I know 5 plus 7 is 12, and so on. Then we did a pre-assessment on geometric shapes and perimeter, because that's our next unit. For some reason, our area and perimeter unit is like not together. It's 2D shapes and perimeter, and then like later on we get into area and perimeter more. So interesting. So they did that pre-assessment. I only had like one student who really knew perimeter, but I had a few kids who knew what like quadrilaterals were and what different shapes were, so that was encouraging. So anyways, did that. And pre-assessments are always interesting because they can sometimes stress kids out, but I really try to just like say, hey, this is just a teaching tool for me. If you do not know anything yet, that is a-okay. Just skip it or guess. That's it. Skip it or guess. I do not care, remember, and as it really tied in well to the power of yet. If you don't know this, you just don't know it yet. But if you do know it, it tells me, ooh, maybe since this student knows this, I should kind of work to challenge them and give them a little bit extra challenging problems or something like that. Anyways, then we did an SD Mysteries, and again, they are loving them. There's also like an SD Mysteries like recording sheet that I would definitely recommend you downloading. I'll see if I can find those things and link them down below. And yeah, super, super, super love them. Such a good way to practice number sense and just high engagement in trying to solve it. And then we did finishing our text features sort, and we dove back into our informational writing unit and just kind of got a idea of what we're writing about. So that's it. That's our day. It was a good one, a fun one. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And yeah. And then when I went to get my baby from daycare, it was like the sweetest thing. He was in one of the girls who goes to daycare, like right nuzzled up in her arms, which was like the sweetest thing ever. If you're a mom, you know how great it feels when your baby goes to a daycare that you like know that they are so loved and protected and just enjoy it so much there. So it just feels so good to see that. And then, yeah, we just kind of hung out, had dinner, all that stuff. Did my Peloton ride. I don't know why I'm summarizing all of that for you, but I am. Here you go. But that's it. I think I'm going to end the vlog here because I've already gotten a decent amount of footage. But please do comment down below and let me know if you like longer vlogs or if you like kind of like closer to 20-minute vlogs, because I've been thinking about doing a week in my life again, but then my like day in the lives are always end up being so long. But I guess I could just get less like aesthetic shots and just get more to like the nitty gritty of talking. So anyways, comment down below, let me know what you think. And as always, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know. It's like been so much fun for me to chat with you all and get to know you all and so on. If we're chatting about like, you know, goals for the new year, I am really hoping to continue to post on YouTube and get to know you all more and connect with you all. My word for 2023 is connect, because I want to connect with you all. I want to connect with my family more. I want to connect with my baby more. I want to connect with my friends more and so on. But anyways, back to the point is I just really am thankful to have the opportunity to connect with you all. And I hope that if you are enjoying these videos that you hit that subscribe button so you can continue to connect with me and, you know, enjoy the videos and hang out and learn together. So again, you rock. Click that like button if you've enjoyed it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye everyone.